On paper, it should feel like success. A six-figure income, a stable life, financial security. And yet, for many people, it still feels like they're running in place. Earning well, but not building real wealth. Today, we're going deeper into that idea, because there's a bigger question behind it all. What happens when you do everything right and still don't become wealthy? You studied hard, chose a sensible career, worked consistently, saved money, avoided bad decisions. On paper, you did everything right. So why does real wealth still feel out of reach? Why do so many responsible, intelligent, hardworking people remain financially average, even after doing everything they were told to do? The answer is uncomfortable, because doing everything right doesn't always mean you're playing the right game. Most of us grew up believing in a simple formula. Work hard, get educated, find a stable job, climb the ladder, save money, invest slowly, and one day you'll be wealthy. This formula sounds logical, responsible, safe. And to be fair, it does work, but only for one outcome: stability, not wealth. Stability means predictable income, predictable expenses, predictable progress. You know what you earn each month. You know what you spend. You know roughly where life is heading. There's comfort in that. But wealth rarely comes from predictability. Wealth comes from scale, from ownership, from leverage, from time working in your favor, not just effort. And that's where the gap begins. A stable life is built on minimizing risk. You protect your job. You avoid mistakes. You make careful decisions. You try not to lose what you've built. All of this creates a comfortable life. But comfort and wealth are not built the same way. A salary rewards consistency. Ownership rewards scale. When you rely only on a salary, your income is tied to time. You trade hours for money, weeks for paychecks, years for promotions. Even high salaries follow this structure. You can earn more, but you're still trading time. Ownership works differently. Ownership allows income to grow beyond your hours, beyond your direct effort, beyond your daily presence. And that difference changes everything. You can work hard for 30 years and still be limited by time. Or you can build something once that grows beyond your time. Most people never cross that bridge. Not because they're lazy, not because they lack discipline, but because they were trained to value safety above all else. Here's the hidden trap. The more responsible you become, the harder it becomes to take financial risks. You build a stable life. You take on commitments, rent or mortgage, family responsibilities, monthly bills, expectations. You can't afford instability anymore. So you stay inside the system that feels safe. You optimize your salary. You wait for promotions. You save more. You invest carefully. You hope time will eventually create wealth. But time alone rarely creates financial freedom, especially when most of your income is tied to your effort. Responsibility protects your life. But sometimes it also limits your growth. You become too smart to take risks, too stable to experiment, too comfortable to change direction. And slowly, without realizing it, you lock yourself into a predictable financial future. Not poor, not struggling, but not truly wealthy either. Comfortable, yet dependent on continuous work. This is where many people spend their entire lives. And from the outside, everything looks successful. Good job, good income, responsible choices. But internally, there's a quiet realization. Something still feels missing. Intelligent people often stay financially stuck longer than anyone else. Not because they lack discipline, but because they trust the system more. They believe if they keep improving, keep working, keep saving, it will eventually work. And for stability, it does. But wealth requires a different lens. It requires thinking beyond salary, beyond yearly increments, beyond just earning and saving. Wealth grows faster through assets, through equity, through ownership, through leverage. Things rarely taught in traditional success paths. Most education systems train people to become skilled workers, not owners. Most jobs reward consistency, not leverage. So smart people learn how to survive the system very well. But escaping it requires a different kind of thinking. A shift from only earning to building. Only saving to owning. Only working to leveraging. This doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It doesn't mean reckless decisions. It means slowly expanding how you think about money. Understanding that income alone rarely creates freedom. Assets do. Ownership does. Leverage does. And time amplifies all three. Once you see this clearly, your perspective changes. You stop measuring success only through salary. You stop relying only on promotions. You start thinking about building alongside earning. You begin asking different questions. Not just, how can I earn more this year? But, what can I build that grows without my constant effort? That question alone can change your financial future. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still not getting ahead, you're not alone. Millions of people are following a path designed for stability, not financial freedom. And once you see that clearly, you start thinking differently about money, work, and wealth. If this way of thinking resonates with you, subscribe. This channel is about understanding money beyond surface advice, beyond motivation, beyond generic tips. Clear, honest insights about wealth, psychology, and the system we live in. New episodes every week.